Hey everybody, this is XJW Corey. I'm here with my daughter. So in this video, let's give an interview to a child and let's see even if they can understand common sense. Now ask yourself something, people. Do you really think it's okay to shun your child? Like, you can have a beautiful child such as mine, right? And the moment where they choose to disagree with the teachings of Jehovah's Witnesses organization and they decide to leave, you just shun them and you treat them like they nothing. Like, would a child actually benefit from that? Is that really a love and provision? Is it even nice to be like that to somebody that disagrees with what some men said in the organization? Is that really what the Bible teaches us? Is that really the way we are to go? Is that what Jesus teaches? Because it's not. So you can even ask that of a child, because Jesus said that the children come to me and you listen to them. You imitate them, right? They young, they innocent, and they're cute. How can you just shun them and treat them like they're nothing until the day they die? Can you look at your child right now and just say, hey, if you ever disagree with the organization, I'm going to shun you to forever and never do nothing for you? Like, that's evil. So I'm going to ask these questions and you just really can see it for yourself. So, Aaliyah, say yes.
Yes.
You can talk. You ain't gotta be afraid. Is it nice when your friends ignore you?
No.
How does it make you feel when your friends ignore you when you talk to them?
Sad.
Make you feel sad? Does it hurt your feelings when you talk to people and they ignore what you have to say?
Mhm.
When people are mean to you, do that make you happy?
Mad.
Make you mad, exactly, right? So how would you feel if me, your dad, never talked to you again? How would that make you feel?
Sad.
It'll make you sad? Would it make you cry if I leave you and I never come back again? Would that hurt your feelings? See? But you know your daddy will never do that to you, right? You know your daddy love you? Do you love your daddy? Give me 5. See, even a kid can understand that shunning is not loving. To ignore somebody and to be mean to them, it makes them sad. It makes them feel like they're not appreciated or loved. And then you have a religion like Jehovah's Witnesses that try to tell you, oh no, this is a loving provision and it's going to help bring them back. And they misinterpret things so badly, like the prodigal son. That is not promoting shunning. Or the good Samaritan. That's definitely contradicting shunning, because the people that shun you are the ones that will be ignoring you and treating you like you dead on the side of a road and leaving you there and not giving the care in the world about what happens to you because you're not in agreement with them anymore. So they don't care if you die. But a good Samaritan, which Jesus taught us to imitate, will go over there and will give their very best, give their last, just to make sure that this person is okay, even if they do have different views and stuff. And that's what a good neighbor is. You always show love and you extend mercy and you always forgiving and you reaching out to somebody. You're not doing what they are trying to do, how they misinterpret Paul's words in 1 Corinthians, but then don't read about 2 Corinthians of how it created this overdue sadness and how Paul felt really regretful with some of the counsel that he had given. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you all of this. They just teach you the bits and pieces to try to take and exploit to their advantage. You know, and that's the issue that I have with doctrines and organizations, especially Jehovah's Witnesses, because they ruin families and they destroy lives. And when you see a beautiful child, they're innocent, they're cute, they fun, they happy, they got them cheerful, eager eyes, and then you just say, oh, I'm shunning you and I'm never going to talk to you again until the day that you die. How evil is that? And how much does that contradict the love of God and Jesus Christ and what they taught in the Bible? You can never justify a practice like that, a Masonic practice like that, a satanic practice like that, something so evil and pagan in nature, and then try to inculcate it into a love and provision of God. That's the most evil thing I've ever heard. And just listen to it again. Like, Aaliyah, if a friend ignores you and never talks to you because you guys have different things that you like to do, is it right that they treat you so bad?
No.
And if your friend, let's say, what's the girl you like that graduated, Michaela, right? So if you're at school and you say, hi, Michaela, can you still be my friend? And she tell you no, how would that make you feel?
Sad.
Would that hurt your feelings? If somebody really mean to you, would that still make you want to be their friend? No, right? Because would you want to be friends with somebody that's so mean? Would that ever make you want to be their friend when they so mean? Because how would it make you feel?
Sad.
Make you feel so sad, right? Would it make you cry? You won't cry?
No.
All right, you gonna be brave?
Uh-huh.
Well, good. That's how I want you to be. So that's the point to learn from me and my child, is that when people are mean to you and they hold grudges to you because you have disagreements, and they'll take that grudge to death to really express their hatred towards you, and then they dare tell you that, oh, this is love. How evil a thing is that? Because that is not right. And I can't believe that you have a lot of witnesses who brainwash and indoctrinate their children from a young age at that, and they bring them into this religion because the kids pretty much don't have a choice when they are raised according to their parents' rules. So they do it anyway. But then they finally grow into their own, and they start to develop opinions, and they start to become themselves. And then they finally just tell you, no, I don't think this is what I want to do. But then you decide in your heart, well, I got to listen to the organization because they became your God, and they became your mediator, and they became your everything. So in essence, the equal to that of God in Christ, which is so wrong. So you say in your heart, well, get away from me. Get out of my car. Get out of my house. Don't talk to me till the day that you perish because you don't agree with the governing body. And you're going to die in Armageddon. Like, they'll say all these evil things and just literally put their child out on the streets and just treat them like nothing. And if you still stay with them, the relationship will never be the same because they still going to treat you like you an outcast. They's going to deal with you, go through the motions. How is that loving? And if you really think that the love of God is telling you to shun a child or to be in an organization that protects those who abuse innocent children, cover up these acts and actually defend the ones being accused and providing legal services for these disgusting people, how can you ever in your heart say I'm in the truth? Ever. And if you only listen to a one-sided narrative that is extremely biased and only promotes the favor of one side without you considering evidence from the other side, how is that due process? How is that legal, and how is that justifiable? If you went to court and only one side was presented and the other person didn't have a chance to present their evidence in a court, right? How can you ever have the true story of what's really going on? People need to open up their eye and see that you are inside of a cult and you're being indoctrinated, brainwashed, and you're being taught to hate, all while blanketing it, saying that it's love. And you actually are believing that shunning your child is the godly thing to do, and it's going to make your reward great in the heavens, and it's going to make your reward great to gain paradise. Do you seriously believe that God will reward those who reject their families, when he says clearly that a person who forsakes his family is worse than a person who is without faith? How's the biggest way to reject your family than shunning them and treating them as dead and non-existent and never doing nothing for them to the day that they die? How is that godly? And how is that taking care of the family? How is that protecting the family unit? How is that snatching them from Satan when you throwing them right out there without the protection or without the way to help them out, you know? And really helping them, not by means of what some men are telling you is the way of help. They're leading people to the slaughter, man. And when the end finally do come, to really believe that only Jehovah's Witnesses is going to be the only ones that God extends mercy on out of an entire world of people who are really not that bad. You have bad out there, yeah. You have evil people out there, yeah. But you tell me everybody out there that's not Jehovah's Witnesses is bad? All of them are evil? All of them are worth being killed? Seriously? All because they didn't agree with your teachings? All XJWs are apostates and they evil? Seriously? Shunning your kids to death? Seriously? Letting these men buy you your salvation? Knocking on doors to recruit and indoctrinate and brainwash and lead people in to do the exact same thing, to help enrich the elites of this business, to gain them more profits so they can live lavish lives. That's spiritual. Wake up and see past the illusion and the deception like we all have done, and stop shunning your kids. Say it, Leah. Say stop
Shunning your kids.
Stop shunning your kids.
Stop shunning your kids.
It's mean.
It's mean.
And it ruin lives.
Life.
Say we love you.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.